Welcome to MS Excel Data Modeling tutorial. Today, we will learn to connect various CSV files to Microsoft Excel file. Then we will create a data model based on those files using Power Pivot. Finally, we will create various reports using our data model. Go to this link, which is shared in the comments section below, and download this data set. It consists of various data tables, each having an ID, which can be linked to the other tables, creating a relational database. Creating a relational database in MS Excel or Power BI is called data modeling. Click on the Download button to download the zip file to your computer. This file will be downloaded to your Downloads folder. You can copy it an appropriate directory where you want to work on this. Extract the content of this zip folder. Now you have many CSV files, each containing one table. You can now delete the zip folder if you like. The data contains sales and inventory information of a bike store. We will use this data for data modeling and reporting in MS Excel. Create a new Microsoft Office Excel file, and name it Bike Store. Now open the file in MS Excel. In the Data tab, click on the text or CSV file. Now select the brand's CSV file, and click on the Open button. This will create a connection between Excel file and the CSV file. Review the CSV file. If everything is correct, press the Load button. This will load the data from CSV file into a new sheet. Repeat the same process, and load all CSV files into the MS Excel file, using the Get Data from Text or CSV button. If there is a problem with data in any of the files, you can choose Transform Data, instead of Load Data. However, you can also transform data at a later time. Therefore you can load data without any worry. You can judge problems in data from the previews Excel gives you before loading data. The first thing to look for is the headings. Headings should be loaded properly. If Excel fails to load headings, the row containing headings becomes part of data, and headings are automatically assigned by Excel like column 1, column 2, and so on. Second thing to look out for is that numeric columns must be loaded as numbers, and not as text. Any column that was supposed to be numeric, but is mistaken as text, will be aligned left. Tables connected to the MS Excel will be listed in the Queries and Connections pane. These can be used to create data models and reports. Now, select each table, and in the Power Pivot, click on the Add to Data Model button. This will add the table to a data model, and display it in the Power Pivot window. Repeat the same process to add all the tables to your data model. Power Pivot allows you to create data models and relational databases from various tables, and use them in complex reports. When all the tables are added to the data model, we will link them together in a single model. Click on the Diagram view in the Power Pivot window to create a data model. Arrange the tables properly so that they are easy to manage. These are all the tables that you have linked to the MS Excel and then added to the data model. Each of these tables has an ID column, which can link to one or more tables. These links are called relationships. These relationships allow these tables to be used as a single source of a report. Meaning, you can add columns in a pivot table report, from any of these columns. Let's connect these tables now. Connect the store ID, from Stores table, to Store ID, in the Orders table. Connect the Store ID, from Stocks table, to the Store ID, from Stores table. Connect the Product ID, from Stocks table, to the Product ID, in the Products table. Connect the Order ID from Order Items table, to the Order ID in the Orders table. Connect the Order Items Product ID, to the Product ID in Products table. Connect the Staff ID from Staffs, to Staff ID in Orders. Connect the Store ID in Staffs table, to the Store ID, in Stores table. Connect the Customer IDs, in Customers and Orders tables. Connect the Brand ID in Products, to the Brand ID in Brands table. Finally, connect the Category IDs as well. Now we can use this model to generate some multi-dimensional pivot table reports. Click on the Pivot Table button to add a pivot table to your Excel file. You can create a new sheet with this pivot table, or you can create this pivot table in an existing sheet. We will create one in currently opened sheet. Add the brand name field to the rows area. Add the quantity field to the values area. Add the list price and discount fields to the values area as well. Rename the values fields. Change the row labels to brands. Format the price field to display numbers in accounting format. Change the sheet name to Brands Report. You can also add the stock quantity to your report. Change the heading to Stock. You can also add products below the brands to display both in the same report. Now you have brand-wise detail of all products, their stock position, quantity sold, sales price, and discounts offered. Create a copy of this sheet. Rename it to Category Report. Remove the brand name field from rows area and replace it with category name. Now you have category-wise detail of all products, their stock position, quantity sold, sales price, and discounts offered. Create a duplicate of this sheet. Rename this sheet to Stores Report. Remove both fields from the rows area. Add the first name field from the Staffs table to the rows area. Staffs table has no relationship with the Stocks table, therefore it is causing an error. This is because the stocks are not associated with staffs. The solution is to remove the stock field from the values area. Add the store name field to the rows area. Now you have store-wise detail of quantity sold, sales price, and discounts offered by employees. In large reports, you can use the expand and collapse features to display and hide information as per your requirement. You can use the expand feature to display information hidden previously, using the collapse feature. Create a duplicate of stores report. Rename it to Stores and Brands Report. Expand the brands to display staff as well. Remove the quantity and discount fields from values area. And add the brand name field to the columns area. Add subtitles to the stores. Now you can view sales by staff, stores, and brands, all in one report. Thanks for watching. We hope you liked our tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials and updates.